was on this humanities trip with my college, and we were doing a tour of Europe, and one of our stops was in Rome. And while we were in Rome, we visited the Vatican. That was really cool. It was during the day, and the group that I was hanging around with that went out and wanted to get ice cream, they saw the Pope in the Pope-mobile. I missed seeing the Pope. But on the same trip, a little while later, we were in Greece, and we were at the Acropolis, and one gal in the group, all of a sudden, she's like, "There's the nanny!" And everybody turned and looked and got out of their seats and like rushed over to where she was at.
I've met Jenny Stewart, Gene Autry, Bob Mitchell, his brother John.
I've met Richard Simmons. He was in town for a health fair, a women's health fair. So I went down and sat in the audience and watched him do his thing and listened to him, and even got up on stage and danced with him a little bit when he called certain people up, and stayed around afterwards to get an autograph and stuff. It was all women there. No men, and they were pretty excited. It was a pretty neat experience. He was very nice. Took time with everybody that he could to talk to and give autographs and stuff. So it was a neat experience.
Clayton Moore, Pierce Lighty, Randy Travis.
So we were in Columbus, Ohio, and I look out the window and I was like, that guy looks like, no, it couldn't. It looks like Robin Williams. And we're like, no, I mean, why would he be in Columbus, Ohio, of all places? And two people pass him on the sidewalk, and all at once they go, oh, it's Robin Williams. And they shake his hand, and we're like, it's him. So we said, so I'm in the left turn lane. I'm like, no, I want to talk to him. So we swerve into the next lane and drive up so we could get right beside him. We're at a stoplight, and he walks by us, and we look out the window, and we're like, hey, Robin, have fun in Columbus. And so he waves at us and he smiles, and we're like, yes, we just made eye contact with Robin Williams, and he smiled at us and he waved. So that was fun.
Charlton Heston, Carrie Morgan, Charles Bronson.
When I was a freshman in high school, some friends of mine, my sister and our neighbors, we were in an organization called Operation Help the World. We had a phone call one night, and I don't remember who answered it, but basically it was the president's staff or vice president's staff requesting our presence at the airport to meet Dan Quayle, and that was, it doesn't happen every day, so that was very cool, especially to be 13 and be like, yes, I get to meet the vice president. So, and he came off the plane, and we were there, very official, and got to shake hands. And
Ernest Bordenine, Jamie Farr.
I went to New York City a couple years ago with my family. I got dropped off by somebody. They said, hey, look over there, that's Henry Winkler, the Fonz. I'll drop you off, I'll drive around the block, I'll come back and pick you up, and you're going to have a chance to talk with the Fonz from Happy Days. So I said, oh, that'll be cool. So she dropped me off, and when I got out of the car and saw him, I was in so awe of how short he was. I was just so shocked with that. I couldn't even do anything. I just kind of stood there, and I was about 2 feet away from him, but I never even said a word to the Fonz.
Dale Evans, Maureen O'Hara, James Drury from the Virginian.
I was walking through a shopping mall, and I saw this big, huge line of women standing in line waiting to see somebody, and they are all holding books, and they're all giggling and very excited, and I thought, I wonder who they're waiting to see. So I walked past them, and I saw this big sign up on the mall, Charlton Heston, book signing today, and I thought, oh, for Pete's sakes, all these women are standing in line to see Charlton Heston. How silly is that? So I walked right past the whole line of women, and I walked into the bookstore, and they were all giggling and talking, and I thought, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen. Charlton Heston, big deal. So I walked past all the women, and I walked up to the table, and there he was. His shirt collar was open, and he was wearing a blue silk scarf that matched his eyes perfectly, and he really was good looking. And I was standing there thinking, And Charlton Heston turned around and he looked at me, and he smiled, and he winked at me. And I just came undone. My legs turned to rubber, and I thought, oh my gosh, Charlton Heston winked at me. And I don't even remember getting out of the store.
Yeah, let's stop. I can't.